pegarle a la perrita pendeja, que cada vez que le gusta pegarle. Babosa. Oliver está por ahí. Oliver.
Oliver?
El niño.
Oh, sí.
Pero ¿sabes qué? Que no se salga porque hay muchos perros.
Muchos, sí,
Y
sí.
lo muerden.
Sí.
Mira, allá está abierto. Mira, sí, pero ella ni ve ahí. Cuidado. Es que ese perro se soltó.
Got some medicine. Hallelujah. A great way to connect with the natural world is through the plants. Because every sickness and illness that we experience, there are plants that were put here by a very intelligent creator, intelligent design to bring us the healing, the alleviation that we need, you know? So if we're able to enter through connection to the natural world, through our need for health and wellness and maintaining, you know, life and our health, and we can do that by learning the plants, connecting to the bioregion that we live in, and start to know the plants and the natural medicines that are in our area and that are freely available. Many of us have been taught to be dependent on the Western medical system and doctors, you know, by giving them the responsibility to be in charge of our health and to heal us. And that becomes what's the word? A dependency. Are you in a toxic relationship, in a codependent relationship with allopathic medicine? Woo, it runs deep. So I'm here taking the medicine in for myself. I have an injury to I got a cut on my foot a few weeks ago when I was moving. And because of just being busy, I wasn't really making the time or the space to tend to this wound. And now it has a little infection. So it's calling me. It's calling me to be more intentional and, you know, create space for myself and my own healing. And, you know, that's what illness is. Sometimes we've been ignoring things for so long on a physical, mental, emotional level, even spiritual level, that we need a big wake-up call in the physical reality for us to change our habits and to bring that self-awareness that some patterns need to be looked at, and some patterns need to change and be addressed. So in this way, we can see illness as not this big problem, but as an opportunity to center the self, tend to the self. The energy that we often pour out and give to others, we need to turn it back upon ourselves to give ourselves the self-love, the devotion, and the care that we need so we can return to that state of balance and homeostasis, which the body's always trying to maintain. But it's like, are you supporting the body in it supporting you and maintaining that homeostasis? If not, then some patterns and habits need to change. So I guess this is my walk-in talk today about healing, the plants, medicine. I have a really bitter taste in my mouth because I just ingested some medicine called Contra, and Contra kind of means like against, Contra against any illness. So it's a very strong and bitter tincture with 7 vines that are local to this region. So I still have that Contra taste in my mouth, but it's often the bitter that is potent medicine. You know, we have these taste buds and we have all of these different tastes. We have salty, sweet, bitter, you know, yada, yada, yada. But such is life. We love the sweet taste, you know, we love the sweetness. So that bitter taste is it's not used enough. It's not utilized because we run from that medicine of the bitterness, and sometimes that's what we need the most. So along with my my fast, my cleanse, you know, I'm going to be including the local plant medicines. Right now, this is soursop, and I got some butterfly PT or clitora flower. So I just walk in the environment and see what's here and connect with it and see if I need it or if it would be beneficial. And so I'm going to be doing the fruits, herbal teas, juices, and just giving my body that space and time to heal and nourish itself, and also being able to give it the nutrients. Hola! Beautiful. But being able to give it the nutrients that it needs while it's cleansing. And I'm hoping to, you know, start out, like I said, with this fruit, primarily fruits. And then I want to go to some days where I am doing, you know, purely water fast. And also, the longest I've done was a 12-day dry fast. And the benefits and the healing powers of doing a dry fast. If you don't know what a dry fast is, well, let me tell you. A dry fast is when you don't eat, and the dry part comes in is that you don't drink. You don't take anything into your body. And we've been taught by, you know, biology and Western medicine that you cannot go more than a few days without water, else you're going to die. With me, with me being interested in health and wellness and trying different fasts, the dry fast intrigued me. So when I started to read about people's stories about trying dry fasts and the benefits they're able to get, it made me curious. So a few years ago, I'd done a 12-day dry fast. I really didn't do much. I was mostly just in the house, resting and recuperating in that process. Buen dia. So I didn't die. 12 days, no water, no food, no nothing. And so pretty. And I'm still alive, so it's possible. And the power of the dry fast is that when I read up about it, it talked about intercellular water. So when you're not drinking water and you're in this state of autophagy and fasting and deep healing, the body will produce intercellular water. And just look that up. The body produces intercellular water from within the cells, which is far superior and better than any water that you can drink. So it's a whole science to it. And there's a whole science to it, but it's something that's very ancient that, you know, science started to research, you know, why the benefits of fasting and yada, yada, yada. But if you look at nature, you look at animals, an animal is sick, it will naturally fast and stop eating. Even humans, when you're sick and you actually listen to your body, you will not want food, because when you eat, your body has to work to digest and break down the food and absorb the nutrients and then excrete the waste. So a lot of us overeat. We eat more than we need to eat, and then we're not supporting our bodies in the process of assimilating the nutrients, cleansing the waste from the body. So if you're eating multiple times a day, and then maybe if you also have an illness, now you're taking or divesting energy from the healing process to digest your food. So one of the biggest things you can do is be mindful of how you're eating and what you're eating. And then another biggest thing you can do is just stop eating altogether. If you don't have, and here is my clause, I am not a medical doctor. This is not medical advice. Hola, buenas. This is not medical advice. This is someone talking, me, from my own personal experience and sharing the journey with you and what I found to be helpful. So if you don't have any contraindications for fasting and all the things, you know, you want to do your due diligence to make sure that you're not doing any more harm. So all of that to say is, these men, Colombian men and their gays, they're always looking, you know, mi amor, mi vida, you know, te amo, you know, admiration and love. Yes, I'm a black woman. In this part, in different parts of Colombia, there are a lot of black women, but in certain parts, You know, we are a rarity. So I take that admiration and I keep it moving.
Sabía que venía por aquí. Negra bella.
Mwah.
Felicitaciones, mija de ayer.
¡Ey, ojo, pelado!
Ciao. Morena bella. Morena bella. So morena, you know, is what they'll call black people. Morena, you know, black woman, moreno, black man. And bella, beautiful. So, yes, the machismo culture in these countries, you know. But yeah, healing, healing, healing. Even all the patterns I see and the different things, I come from a healing lens. So there's a lot of cultural conditioning and how men are that needs to shine the spotlight on so we can bring awareness and healing to it. So I'm just here walking my path back home and walking my path and just sharing the journey and the medicine that I've been able to receive in my life. I feel like one of the beautiful things about this life is sharing your medicine in the world, being of service. And not before it's time, you know. Many of us have been conditioned to give and give and give to others. So there needs to be a season, a couple seasons, a couple chapters, a couple books when you are pouring into yourself unconditionally. You understand? And if people have a problem with you doing that, that tells you something. That tells you something. I'm not going to tell you because I can't do all the work for you. That's for you to find out. Ponder, ask these deeper questions, and more importantly, be open and listen for the answers when they show up. So this is the last little hill before I get home. So some days I don't feel like walking, or I'll have a lot of bags and I'll take a moto and I just have them drop me off right here because it's can be a little precarious going up this hill sometimes. So I'm like, I'll just take the glute workout and walk up the hill. So I'm almost home. My focus was, you know, more so on myself. I went out earlier this morning and did a combo ceremony. After the combo, I got some fruits and produce for my fast, or for my fruit feast, and went to a woman I know. She gave me some herbs to help with my cut that isn't healing. And yeah, and because it's so hot and humid in this tropical environment, and then I'm always in the water, this cut has been taking forever to heal. So her advice was stay out of the water, give it time to heal, and do all the medicinal things I know to do. So here, back home, grass is getting overgrown, but this is another work in project. Keep the house clean to my standards, because they have another. Look at them. No jumping. No jumping. Y'all can jump on each other, but not me. So I am here back home. Did they bring the fruits yet?
Yes.
Good.
I used 2 apples.
Okay, good. I bought some for you. Can you get the aloe up off the floor for me? So,
Where do you get this from?
what? The aloe?
Like, I know what has it.
You know, they have the tuk-tuks and they deliver your groceries. So I had a lot of bags, so the guy said he'll bring it for me. So we got the aloe vera. So this is the work in progress right now. So I am going to go and tend to myself. Definitely worked up a sweat walking back home. I'm going to make some tea, do some juicing. Just maybe I'll share with you what juice I make when I make it. Peace and love.